Hey folks, it's me, Joseph, coming back at you one more time, bringing to you two things that I have enormous passion for, my art and my container garden. Let's grow. All right, so I'm going to start off with a sketch, really a watercolor painting, working with watercolor pencils of the first cantaloupe that I've grown in my lifetime. I'm excited about it. Usually, you know me, I love working from photographs, so I photographed a little bit of everything, and this was the first cantaloupe that I grew in my container garden. I'm working with watercolor pencils, and I'm using some basic earth tones, yellow, some green. There is some brown that I'll be using, black as well. And right now I am just, for this demonstration, blocking in color with the watercolor pencils. And it's coming along pretty good. I like it. And I will continue to work on this while I talk to you a little bit about what this episode is all about. And it is growing cantaloupe from seed to harvest. And while I'm working on this, let me block in a little more color here. And I will eventually add some water and blend the watercolor pencils. If you're familiar with watercolor pencils, you apply it like a regular pencil, and then you can go back and add the water to blend everything. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this. While I'm blending, I'll talk to you a little bit about the episode. And so I began, if you remember, I began my container garden back in May 2020, and I started with seeds, and really it did really well. And so while I continue to block in a little color here, yeah, looking good. I love this. This is great. I can't wait to share with you how that all turned out in the container garden. All right. So again, I'm going to go ahead and block in a little more color, blend a little more of this watercolor pencil, and we will get started a little bit in the container garden. Yeah, look at this. All right, so this is my starting point. I'm going to go back and add some detail a little bit later and share that with you a little later. But this is my starting point. I've blocked in the color to get the total composition. But my container garden, cantaloupes from seed to harvest, it just started right there with seeds, planting from seeds. And this is how it all began. I began to get a few sprouts, and wow, didn't take long for it to start growing. I then look at that. I began to I had two vines rather, and they were both looking really well, growing really well. A lot of flowers, mostly male flowers at the beginning, and everything was looking great. However, one of the vines produced a fruit, and I thought I got really excited about this one, but for some reason, it just began to stop growing. It just didn't grow, and the leaves began to wilt and just die off and stuff. So I said, oh well, I cut that one down and focused on the remaining vine, which produced several fruits. But I didn't want to try and grow all of them. I said, let me focus my energy on one. So the main one that was growing really well, I cut the other ones off, spreaded the vines out a little bit to give them more air and stuff, and just kind of took it from there and said, hey, I'm going to focus on this one particular cantaloupe and really grow it out. Focus all my energy and all of the plant's energy on growing this one. And it did pretty good. It was growing well. Put it in a little hanger, and because of the weight, and boom, that's what I got. Went out one morning, I noticed where it was beginning to split, and so I decided that was the time to go ahead and harvest this one. And so I am excited about cutting into this and seeing what it looks like. I don't know. Let's see. My first one, let me cut into it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. The dogs even got excited because I was excited. They wanted to come and see what was going on. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Now, before I cut it up and just devour it, I want to harvest these seeds. I want to get these seeds out and use the seeds for a little later. So I clean it out, get all of my seeds. And what I'm going to do with this is clean this out. I'm going to put it in a strainer, put these seeds in a strainer, put that to the side. The seeds that are in the strainer, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rinse these out. I'm going to remove, all I want to keep is just the seeds. I'm going to remove all the other stuff and keep just the seeds. And what happens with the seeds is that I can use these for future growing. And that's what I'm excited about. So I'm going to wash these out. And what I will do, after rinsing them out real good, I will take them and I will lay them out. Grab some tissues, some paper towel, lay them all out, spread them out as best I can, remove still some of the other stuff I don't need, and spread these out real good. And I will let these dry for maybe 2 or 3 days before I bag them up and save them for harvesting, for sowing a little later. Yeah, and so that's it. I let them dry out for a couple of days, and boom, I bag them up. These are going to be ready for my next spring season. Hey, I'm excited. If you like what I'm doing, please get some of the merchandise, some of the prints that I have on my website. Support what I'm doing, and hey, I guarantee you I will keep growing if you keep coming back. See you next time.